What's going on, everybody? David here from Bluckers Videos and Toys, and today I want to share with y'all my birthday haul that I had or have. My birthday was on January 26th, and I celebrated the whole weekend through the 28th. And so what I did was I was able to stop at several locations in my area and a couple locations out of town, to do some vintage toy hunting and physical media hunting as well. And so very pleased with what I picked up. There's still a lot of stuff that I left on the table, but I got certain key pieces that I needed for the collection for display purposes and to listen to as well. And so I was able to spend some time with my wife. She actually went hunting with me as well, so that was a very good experience right there. And I guess she doesn't do that kind of stuff, but to be able to have her out there with me was a treasure. And I was able to eat some good food at a couple locations, and the top off the weekend saw the late showing of Godzilla -1 in black and white at the Alamo Draft House. So that was amazing right there. Love that movie. Love it. Can't wait to pick it up on Blu-ray when it comes out to add to my Godzilla movie collection. And I do want to find the soundtrack to that film as well. Gotta have it. And the food was great there as well. So, anyways, so I did stop by in the local area. I did stop by Movie Trading Company, Recycle Books, the Downtown Mini Mall, which is a consignment shop, and I stopped at a couple of antique stores as well. And I did when I go out of town, and I did stop by a couple of locations, which there are three, but I did stop by two of them. I did get a late start on it. But anyways, so I stopped at two locations of Retro Madness, the one that is in Fort Worth, and then the one that's in Arlington. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first location when I stopped in Fort Worth at Retro Madness, they didn't have a whole lot of things, but they did have a couple items that I was looking for to add to the collection. And also, when I stopped by the one in Arlington, they actually had a lot more selections as far as what I'm looking forward to for my collection, because every collector is different. So different locations might have different things for your collection. But the stuff in Arlington is stuff that I already have in my collection, so didn't really need anything from that store, which is fine. Everything's sometimes going to be a hit and miss depending on what you're collecting and what you're looking for. But anyways, at the one in Fort Worth, I'm very excited to add these two to the collection, especially this one. It's part of the WWE Masters of the Universe. Masters of the WWE Universe, my bad, excuse me. I didn't have her, but I needed her in the collection. So this was China, who is also portrayed as She-Ra. So very happy to have her in the collection. Had my eye on that particular figure for a while, as well as her wave mate, Stone Cold, who is Steve Austin as Trapjaw, which is kind of reminiscent of the Bionic redneck gimmick. And they have another Rey Mysterio. Why, I don't know. But I'm not interested. I already have a Rey Mysterio in the collection for this particular line, so I don't need another one. But I do have everybody else except for the second to the last wave, which consists of Sergeant Slaughter, Junkyard Dog, Andre the Giant, and Bret Hart. So those are very sought after and can be pretty pricey depending on who you buy from. It's going to take me a while to get those characters to complete my collection of that particular line. But anyways, and also I did find another figure to add to my Star Trek The Next Generation Playmates collection. So I didn't have him, so I needed it. I found Cadet Wesley Crusher, so very happy to have him, so that way he can be put on the shelf along with the others. So yeah, so these are the two pickups I got from my trips to both Retro Madness locations in Fort Worth and Arlington, even though I bought these one in the Fort Worth location. Alright, so let's move on to the downtown mini mall consignment shop pickups. So I was very excited to find a few things. When it comes to this haul, I did get some figures, but I mostly focused on my physical media aspect of it, like the CDs and the VHS and books and stuff like that. And because I'm looking for particular soundtracks and VHS and books to display with my figures, when it comes to the movie portions of my collection, like TMNT, Dragonheart, stuff like that. And so I was very fortunate to find some of the stuff that I'm looking for. Still got a ways to go, but this is a start. But I do want to show a figure that I did pick up. It's a McDonald's toy. It's one of the first of its kind before the trend Build-A-Figure started. So it is missing one piece, but that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. If I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. But it is the Inspector Gadget movie bath, the Matthew Broderick film. So very happy to have him in the collection. He was very cheap. The seller had a very good price, and I just couldn't pass it up. Had to have him in the collection. Piece of toy history right there, first of its kind. And like I said, it's missing one piece. It's the watch that goes around his waist. And but like I said, if I find it, I find it. If I don't, I don't. So I mean, it looks great as it is, without the watch part to put around its waist. So even though it is a key piece that's missing, but it's not it's not necessary for me to have it, But anyways, so along with that, I was able to find a VHS to go with my Kenner Robin Hood collection. And this is the Robin Hood Prince of Thieves VHS. So excited to have that in the collection for a display. So now just need the soundtrack to go with it and the book, if I can find it. And speaking of soundtracks, I did find a couple of soundtracks there for like $1 each, and that VHS for like $1 as well. So when I first saw this one, I didn't realize the second part of it. I just saw the first part until after the fact, which is fine because I did see the show as well, and I enjoyed it, and I probably hadn't seen it since then, since it was syndicated television when it first aired. So. It's a soundtrack of Highlander, the series, and I thought it was like the original movie, but it wasn't until I saw the series at the bottom when I got home. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. But I wouldn't mind having the first two movie soundtracks of this. So have that, and this soundtrack is based on a documentary. It's music from and inspired by a Tupac documentary called Thug Angel, Life of an Outlaw. And Thug Angel is probably, I think, his third ever documentary that was released, because I got pretty much all of them. I think I might be missing like maybe one or two documentaries on him, but I pretty much have all of the rest of them. And to be able to find the soundtrack and get it for $1, is awesome. And the lineup of this thing is incredible. If you're a hip hop enthusiast, if you see this album, and if you see the lineup in this thing, you want to pick it up, because it's got some good shit on here. So very happy to have this. So if you want to pause and take a look at who's all on this soundtrack, you may. And lastly, I did get some comic books from two different vendors there. Excuse me. And first one, I'm a huge fan of Death's Head, and so to be able to find the first issue of Death 3, the Brothers Grimm's, this is an awesome find. Very happy to pick this up. So, and then there's the other vendor, the other guy that was that had a section set up over there. He had a nice selection of comic books, and this is the one I picked up from his section. I do want to go back eventually. Excuse me. And to be able to look through his comic book selection more thoroughly. So I know he has some good stuff, and I'm pretty sure most of it's been picked over by now. But I'm happy for this pickup. It's a 3-issue 3-pack for $3. It's a crossover with Savage Dragon and the Ninja Turtles. So this was a great pickup right there for the collection. He had other stuff there too, so which was really nice. So yeah, that's my downtown mini mall haul there. So very happy with it. So let's go ahead and move on to the recycled books portion. Alright, so I did pick up a couple of figures from recycled books. A couple of them have been sitting there for quite a while, and nobody bothered to pick them up. So I decided to go ahead and pick them up because I actually really looked at them, make sure they were in good condition, and they were. And one of them was fairly new to the shop. So very happy it is complete. So I did pick up one rap album, and I did pick up like 3 soundtracks in a book. So first, let's go ahead and do the figures. The first one I'll be going to my Toy Biz collection, and saw him there. Like I said, he's been sitting there for quite a while, and decided to go ahead and pick him up. I think they were trying to get rid of him, so that's why he was kind of marked down a little bit more, as was with one of the other figures too. Because like I said, it's been sitting there for quite a while. But I didn't have him in a collection, so in my Toy Biz collection, my Marvel Toy Biz collection. So I need to set him up with my Juggernaut. So it is Black Tom Cassidy. So very, very happy to have him in the collection. So he does work. His gimmick function does work pretty well. And so the next 2 items will be going with my Bandai Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Evil Space Evil Space Aliens collection. So I'm trying to gather them all and make sure I want the entire collection of them. So the first one he is complete, and I think it's Naughty Night or Nasty Night. I think that's what they call him. But very happy to have him in the collection. So very nice, great looking figure. So very happy to have him. And then the next guy, I don't remember its name. I know I've seen it before. I don't know if it was part of the series or if it was just part of the movie. I can't remember. It's been quite some time. But I know he's part of the Power Rangers Evil Space Alien line. I think he was like one of the later waves, one of the last waves or something. But I don't remember its name. So if anybody that's watching this that knows their Power Rangers, let me know, please. So I got this guy. And then he does work. Little gimmick right there. Little gimmick right there. Excuse me. So. Yeah, boy. So, those are the only figures I picked up there. So, they had other stuff, but like I said, I was just trying to focus on things I needed to add to build the collection up, or, things like that. But next up, it will be a book novel that I used to have as a kid, that I read quite a bit, and this my generation. This is my Batman, the '89 Batman, Michael Keaton. And so, even though my first introduction was Adam West, But as a kid, I appreciate it now as an adult, but as a kid, I didn't really care for it. But when this came out, oh, it changed everything, you know. So some, if not most, folks in my generation, they prefer the Adam West version, which is fine. But I'm pretty sure majority of them would prefer the 89, would say that 89 Batman was their Batman that they were first introduced, you know, which is fine too as well. But yeah, so this is the one that really kickstarted, you know, my love of Batman and stuff. So, but yeah, so I got the figures. I am trying to go for the collection. I am missing a few key pieces, you know, and some vehicles as well. But I am looking for a VHS of the first movie to display along with the book, and I do have the soundtrack, the one that Prince did, not the score by Danny Elfman, which I wouldn't mind having, but it's not necessarily a need. But if I do find it, I will pick it up. So, but yeah, so once I gather all that up, I'll be able to display it properly, you know. But anyway, so that's the book, you know. And so let's go on to the CDs. And so, as far as the CDs go, I did get one rap album, which is Lloyd Banks, Hunger for More. And this is a very underrated album, in my opinion. And I do recommend this album for you hip-hop enthusiasts, you know, the younger audience. They're looking for something, you know, kind of around 2000-ish, 2005-ish, I think. I do recommend this album. So pick this one up. Don't sleep on it. Then, as far as my other stuff goes, is the rest of them are soundtracks. So, first one, very happy. And I didn't realize how much stuff that Recycle Books had, because I really don't, when I go in there, I really don't look through it a lot like I should. And they do have a lot of CDs. Their collection is that they sell is like massive. But I didn't realize how much and what all they had as far as like going through it, because I really go through there, you know, I look for their toys, you know, some movies, and their hip hop stuff. But I didn't realize about other areas that they had, you know, because I wasn't into it at the time until recently that I really wanted to start adding stuff for my soundtrack collection. And yes, I do collect soundtracks. If you haven't known that already, I mentioned it before in my previous haul videos and stuff. So, but anyways, was able to find they had an overwhelming section of soundtrack music, and there's a lot of stuff that I left on the table, you know. But I wanted to pick these up too because they're a part of my collection, that key part of the collection that I'm trying to build to. So, but anyways, first one up is Gladiator. And Gladiator is my all-time favorite movie. It's my number one movie of all time. Of everything that I've seen. And so this is my favorite one. I'm very happy to finally find this and add it to the collection. Great soundtrack. Next up is Congo. And you probably think, Congo, ew. You know, that movie wasn't good. Yeah. For me, it was one of those so bad but good movies, in my opinion. And plus, I do have the entire Kenner line, toy line that they released. And so to be able to add this to the collection for a display is awesome. So now I'm looking for the book and the VHS to go along with it. And lastly but not least is Dragonheart. So very happy to when I saw it, I actually had to go through that soundtrack section like twice, and I know I missed it the first time, but I did see it the second time. So very glad I did. because I was just skimming through it, just looking, So, finally have this to the collection to display with my Dragonheart stuff, because I got the entire run of Dragonheart by Kenner that they did as far as toys go, and so now I'm just needing the VHS and the book. So there you go. So that is my haul from Recycle Books. So very pleased with it. Like I said, I left a lot of stuff on the table, but I did pick up key pieces that I needed to for the collection. Anyway, so lastly but not least, let's go ahead and take a look at the movie trading company haul. All right, so on to the final portion of this haul, which would be the MTC haul. The first couple of things I wanted to show you, I didn't find the last one until on my birthday when I went, so I figured that it was only right to show the whole thing, because I did buy the other 3 figures probably a couple weeks prior. Don't remember what it was. What was it? Can't remember. I was there for something, and then these were on sale. They were trying to clear these out in the section, but I never did buy these when they were first released, when the Afterlife Ghostbusters movie came out. I didn't really think about it, because I wanted the plasma edition ones, which I did pick up at the time, but I didn't pick up these, and I kind of regret it later on. So very happy that Movie Trading Company had a few of these. I think they had 2 or 3 sets of these, and I had a couple of them on card. But I got these for a couple bucks each, and they weren't complete with their ghost, which was fine. Didn't really care for their ghost accessories. They look kind of corny. But just to be able to have these figures in general was with their accessories, their proton packs and stuff, was awesome. So what I'm talking about is these figures here, Ghostbusters figures right here, which goes great with the Kenner real Ghostbusters, in line, stylized and everything like that. So I'm very happy to have them. So I was able to get Stance and Spangler, and Vinkman. But I couldn't find Winston. They didn't have a Winston. If they did, I didn't see him. And so, luckily, when I went to Movie Trading Company on my birthday, they did have Winston. I did find him. He was in the cut, in a little section that I wasn't expecting him to be in. So, finally was able to add him. So, but I'm glad that I was able to find him and be able to. There we go. And then I was able to. They sold him separately, even though he came with Winston. They sold him separately for $1, I think. And it's a Slimer. So, very happy to have that. And so I wanted to show that with y'all, share that with y'all. So, very happy to have all of these in the collection finally to display with my. These were the figures that we should have got when Kenner had the license. Instead of doing the real Ghostbusters, we should have got these. But since they did the animated series, that's what we got. But anyways, so on to the physical media part. I do have one more toy that I want to show, but I'm going to save that one for last. It's kind of the main event, in my opinion. But anyways, so I did get this CD called See Murder, the Movement. And so this is a documentary style DVD. So very happy to have it. And then as far as stuff goes, I did get a lot of, I found more. I did get one soundtrack, and I did find a lot of rap albums. So we're going to go through these quickly before this video times out. So very happy to finally find the Independence Day soundtrack. Very pleased with that. And So then I was able to get Yin Yang Twins, Me and My Brother. Very good album. Album I do recommend. That's one of those albums you can listen to start to finish. I did finally find this one. I never had this before, and so I finally was able to find Chic Louch, Walk with Me, part of the Locks with Jadakiss and Styles P, and then was able to find Nellyville. A lot of this stuff I'm getting back because I used to have them and I sold off a lot when I was younger for stupid reasons to support bad habits. And then Violator, the album, never had this one. So when I saw this, I was very happy to have this one, to find it. And then the craziest one was, never thought I'd ever find this. This is Wreck and Effect. A lot of people don't remember this, but I do. And this is the Rump Shaker. You know, that's what their one-hit wonder, what they're known for. All right, so I got one more thing I wanted to show. I'm going to clear off this table real quick because it's a big piece. And for the main event, I was able to pick up for pretty cheap is the Acklay that Hasbro did for Star Wars Episode 2. One of the arena creatures that they had in that film. So when I saw that, I had to pick it up. So that is the conclusion for my haul. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite part is. And thank you for watching. I had a good time filming this. And don't forget, where's the wisdom? Buy what you love and not what you like. Because if you buy what you like, you will always end up getting rid of it. And I will